Happy summer solstice. Look at this beautiful sunflower. All right, let me put it back. Hi, Sonia here. I am here to talk to you a little bit about the summer solstice. It's been a while since I've gone live, and I figured that today, of all days, would be a perfect day to not only welcome the summer, but really start to welcome in the light. Now, the summer solstice is basically in the Northern Hemisphere, the longest day of the year. And it's also a day where we start to connect and really pay attention to all the seeds that we've planted during the spring. And oftentimes, our intellect can be extraordinarily critical of ourselves, and where we really can obviously feel like we are stuck. And the summer solstice really invites us to take a moment to start to reflect on all the things that we've accomplished already this year. You know, it's funny because in the winter and even in the spring, we plant these seeds. And there's part of us, you know, while we're manifesting, while we're working, while we're doing our tools, that our intellect can get often afraid and think that we're not progressing, that we're not changing, that we're not growing. And there can be this desire to kind of dig up our seeds to make sure that they're growing. But summer is now this time of where there is not only lush and green, but where we can also really start to see where are our intentions, where our growth, where things have taken place, where things have changed and shifted. So today it's really important that you take time to really see what are the things that you focused on. What are the things, how have you shifted and changed and grown in this past year, in the past 2 years? When we start to anchor in and we really start to take ownership of those things that we have created, we can start to really reconnect back to our own personal power. And you know, the thing is the sun represents not only energy, but focus. It's where we put our conscious mind. And using the energy of the sun is really also a great time to really pay attention to what's in alignment. Hi, everybody. But what's really in alignment with ourself. You know, the sun can illuminate and make us pay attention to the things that aren't actually serving our hearts. Where are we holding on to things that no longer serve us? Where are we resisting stepping into our personal power? Where do we need to really start to cultivate new ways of being in the world? We can use the energy and the warmth of the sun to really bring light to these things that sometimes hang out in the darkness. You know, also the summer and the sun and summer solstice also is deeply connected because it really starts the zodiac season of Cancer, which is our deep, intuitive feeling bodies, our divine femininity, the places that connect us back to our family, back to our lineage, back to our roots, where we come from. And so we can use this energy to get back in touch with our own receptivity, with our own intuition, with our own ability to connect. And when we do this, and when we start to really harness in and really own our personal power, we recognize that we are the magician. We are the ones that are here to create as divine beings, and that our personalities, that multifaceted part of ourselves, is the way that we channel that source energy. That it's not something that we get to, it's something that we share. And that our attention is where we concentrate that energy. And if we use that power of our mental, using our intellect, to be in service to our spirit, that's where we can use our magic wand to create, which is what we're here to do. So for here, as we're here in the summer solstice, there are a few things that you can do to really anchor this in. First of all, spend time in nature. We are in a lush time of bloom. It is so good for your spirit. It is so good for your intuition. And it is so good for your receptivity and connectivity. Again, intuition and this time is a very divinely feminine time. And who is the number one mom? We got Mother Earth, who constantly supports us, who grows us, who nurtures us. And we have to remember that we too come from the earth. And so if we can use the gorgeous sunshine and nature to feed our spirits, we become more connected, more in alignment, more and continue to grow. Plus, nature is wonderful. I make a real point to be in nature at least once a year, and I'm going to be doing that on a camping trip in a few weeks, which I'm so excited about. Second of all, use this time to write down your goals. What do you want? Not what does your head want, what does your heart want? And the way that we can tell that is that it resonates in our whole being. We get excited. We're like, yes, I want to do that. And if you have trouble connecting to what it is that you want, I did a video a few weeks ago on goals, which I would really suggest that you pay attention to, because the thing is our intuition follows organization, and the more that we're clear about what it is that we want, the more that we open up to guidance. And if we can get clear on what our goals are, what are the things that we want to plant next? What are the things where do we want to direct our energy, attention, intention? We can use this as a place to focus. And more so, even of this, the sun represents fire. It's the fire element. It's the fire of creation, of doing, of making, of that expansion. Exactly, God. Exciting energy. And if we can really use that week, I would love also to do a fire ritual. A really beautiful fire ritual that I do is that I write down what my goals are, my prayers, the things that really speak to my heart. Then I create a little fire, hopefully outside, but you don't have to. If you don't have a fireplace, that's okay. But then also burning your goals as a way to release the energy to something bigger than ourselves. So often our intellectual mind gets really afraid that we're not going to get what it is that we want, but our hearts are the ones that are directing us. So it's a real way to start to pray and meditate and turn things over to something bigger than ourselves. Pay attention to the ways that your intuition directs you. Pay attention to the things that really speak to your heart, because those are the most important whispers that we can attune to. And finally, even in connecting back to that Cancer energy, which is what roots us through our family lineage, pay attention to the things that you really got from your family. What are the things, what are the sacred traditions or values or things that you love? What are the things that you want to anchor in? Where are the things that you're really grateful? And then what are the things that you want to let go of? We have things that are passed down in our families and in our lineages that don't serve us anymore. And if we can bring our concentration, bring our direction and focus, we can be healers, not only just for us, but for karmic family systems as well. And more than anything, use this time to create. Let out your inner child. Let it bask in the sunshine. Get a popsicle, get a limeade, I don't know, go to the pool. Let your inner child play, because really we've been doing a lot of work. From the winter to the spring, it's a lot of labor. It's planting and tending to our gardens. And this is also a time to practice and really relish in the abundance of what we've created. And recognize that if the things that you've been planting haven't come to fruit yet, that it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just means that that's also a place of where we have to practice patience. Where we have to really, really be patient with ourselves, with the universe, with divine timing. And that it doesn't mean that we're not on our path or it's not going to happen. It's just not the right time yet. You don't pick an unripe fruit. Same thing here. Don't pick the unripe fruit. So I am wishing you the most beautiful, magical, expansive summer solstice. Here in New Orleans, it is a beautiful sunny day outside. I'm going to go join being in nature and really pay attention and write down to what are the things that I'm letting go of. What doesn't serve me? What's no longer in my alignment? Where do I need to focus my own intention with a loving heart? And also celebrate. Celebrate the warmth, celebrate the sun, celebrate the creation, celebrate the hard work. So I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you have a wonderful solstice, and do some ritual, do something. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but notice how when you make a decision and decide, intend, and follow through, how the universe shows up to support you times a million. So I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful solstice. I love you so much. And hi for my beautiful sunflowers. Yay! Okay, I love you. Have a great weekend. Love you. Love you, bye. Love you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.